Welcome to this Project Finance Modeling Masterclass on debt ratios, debt sizing, and sculpting. We all know that project finance modeling is tough. To tackle it, you have to build, operate, and maintain some of the most complex and challenging spreadsheet models in the whole of corporate finance. I remember how overwhelming it felt when I just got started. You're slammed with so much new material at once, but there's this pressure for you to hit the ground running, and so you make do. You copy and paste formulas, and you scramble to solve problems, but often without fully understanding what's going on. And yes, eventually you do manage to deliver results, but unfortunately, you are probably unaware of just how much of your precious time you lost to working inefficiently simply because you were never able to take time aside to understand key concepts that lie at the heart of this work. And that's why I created this course. This masterclass strips away the tons of distracting and complex issues that abound in project finance modeling. This creates space to allow you to focus exclusively, calmly, on some of the most central and important concepts in project finance and non-recourse debt financing. These concepts lie at the heart of the most crucial calculations in your financial model, and they are the ones that underpin the entire financing of your project and hold the answer to two vital questions. How much debt can your project take on, and how does it pay it back? The standard methods that project finance uses to answer these questions center on three ratios: the DSCR, the LLCR, and the PLCR. The first section of this course will dive deep into explaining what each of these ratios are. We will examine the math, yes, but also build your underlying intuition and understanding at the same time, so that you really get how these ratios work, why they are different to each other, and why we make use of all three of them. You'll also learn how to uncover hidden relationships between these ratios that will strengthen your understanding further and leave you with a set of handy tricks and shortcuts that will help you avoid confusion with your work and help you work more efficiently, saving you time and unnecessary hassle. Once you gain this thorough foundational understanding, we'll progress to the next section of this course. We'll focus on learning how these ratios are used to structure project finance debt. Essentially, we use facts about how we would like the debt repayment performance to look like in order to figure out how big the loan being made needs to be and how it needs to be paid back. You will learn more than one method for doing this so that you can still work efficiently if you happen to be taking over a model that's been built by somebody else, or if you're faced with lender terms that are worded in ways that appear a little bit different or unfamiliar. The knowledge you gain from all this is technical and aimed at improving your modeling work, but it will also empower you as a negotiator, because by gaining a better understanding of what the ratios are designed to measure, you will also gain insight into the risks that they manage, and that allows you to speak clearly and directly to the concerns of the lender parties that are managing risks with these techniques. Let's say a little bit more about the content and format of this course. First of all, I want to make clear that this course contains math, and that it has a greater focus on math than many other project finance modeling courses you will find online. That said, we will only be working with algebra, and you can see examples of the most complex expressions that we'll be handling in this course on the screen now. Nothing beyond what a proficient high schooler could manage. I promise you that the purpose of this math is not to make this material more abstract, technical, or difficult than it needs to be. We are reaching into this math out of necessity, because there comes a point where that's the only way where we can really explain and understand what these ratios are and what we are doing with them, instead of just settling for a bunch of weird and arbitrary half-understood rules and practices that we have simply been drilled to follow. These walkthroughs will be careful and accompanied by in-depth explanations that take time to explain the underlying whys, real-world motivations, and context that stands behind them as well. In addition to this math, this course also has a strong focus on application. Every single concept you learn will be accompanied by real, practical demonstrations that show you how to implement these calculations efficiently in Excel. You will get models with a complete calculation setup and exercise copies that allow you to practice creating these calculations for yourself and you will also get printable PDF copies of the slides. The demonstration models in this course are stripped down and simplified. That allows you to maximally focus on the issues that are being taught in this course without getting distracted by all the other complexities of a larger project finance model. That helps make this course lean and efficient, which means that you can take the course in one day and begin applying what you learn the very next day. You will also always have this course on hand available to you as a resource anytime that you need to quickly refresh yourself on any of the material. So that's a quick overview of this course, its contents, and how they are going to be taught. All that's left to say is a quick word about myself as the instructor and author of this course. You're going to be learning from a CFA charter holder, someone who's been in the financial modeling space for 12 years, and someone who takes pride in their skills as a teacher who has published courses on project finance modeling that have been well received by over 13,000 students in 150 countries around the world, delivered to students working at some of the most famous and respected institutions in the world. I also have substantial experience of working on successful large-scale debt financing deals and successful public tender bids for renewable assets. And so that's a wrap for this introduction. Come on board if you want to master essential project finance concepts so that you can benefit from less confusion, less time wasted, faster, more effective work, and greater confidence and understanding. I'll see you there.